Welcome to today's program. I'm Tony Noakes, and with me today is Dr. Wendy Walsh. Our topic on today's program will be of special interest to individuals and families across the nation who have lived or worked on a military base where PFAS, a toxic chemical used in firefighting foam, has been used. You may be entitled to significant compensation. Reports indicate that drinking water supplies at these bases may have been contaminated by PFAS, causing serious health risks, including ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, and several types of cancer, including lymphoma, leukemia, liver cancer, kidney cancer, testicular cancer, and multiple myeloma. All serious illnesses that have affected not just firefighters using the foam, but caused injury to others due to contamination of the water supply at these bases. Dr. Walsh, can you tell our viewers about the problems related to PFAS, how they came about, and the rights those affected have to compensation for their injuries?
Sure, Tony, I can. Well, unfortunately, the problems with PFAS are very widespread and potentially affecting anyone who has lived or worked on over 700 military bases where firefighting foam has been used. Now, the problem is that this firefighting foam contains PFAS, a long-lasting chemical that's been linked to various cancers by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the American Cancer Society.
Can you tell us more about PFAS and the problems related to it?
PFAS is an umbrella term for a group of man-made chemicals that include perfluorooctanoic acid and are often referred to as forever chemicals. The first major public issue surrounding PFAS was in the early 2000s. Remember when DuPont came under scrutiny for using PFOA, a similar forever chemical, in its Teflon pans, contaminating the drinking water of 70,000 West Virginia residents? The problems related to PFAS and other forever chemicals are said to be caused by the fact that they typically don't break down in the environment and can accumulate and remain in the bloodstream, the liver, and kidneys of those exposed for decades, potentially causing adverse health effects. Unfortunately, these adverse health effects include ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, and several types of cancer, including lymphoma, leukemia, liver cancer, kidney cancer, testicular cancer, and multiple myeloma.
I believe you mentioned people are exposed to this risk directly as firefighters, as well as from contamination of the drinking water at military bases where PFAS has been used.
That's right, Tony. Either exposure can present a major health risk.
Tell us more about that.
Well, unfortunately, the possible correlation between PFAS and the contamination of drinking water supplies has been suspected for decades. Some say for over 45 years. The reality is, firefighting foam containing PFAS has been commonly used on military bases for extinguishing fires caused by petroleum and other flammable liquids.
For any of our viewers who have suffered injury due to exposure to PFAS, what type of law firm should they be considering?
Well, Tony, the most important elements that are required for this type of legal representation start with the fact that the firm has experience in similar medical injury product liability cases and that they have examples and results to show their potential clients. Also, since these claims are medically based, it's really important to know that the firm not only has medical expertise in this area, but also has the financial resources needed to carry these cases to a successful conclusion. These are really complex cases.
What is the cost for this type of representation?
Well, that is the good news, and I want to shout it from the rooftops, Tony. Read my lips. There is absolutely no upfront cost. These cases are taken on a contingency basis with no cost to the client unless a settlement or verdict is reached.
Dr. Walsh, the information you've provided today will be so helpful to any of our viewers who have suffered injury after exposure to PFAS as a firefighter on a military base. Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure, Tony.
If you or a loved one lived or worked at a military base and have been diagnosed with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, liver cancer, preeclampsia, premature birth, leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, immune suppression, breast cancer, or pancreatic cancer, you may have a claim against the manufacturers who contaminated the base's drinking water. Call the number on your screen now for more information and a free case review. Thanks for watching.